Good morning, television fans. Big Al here on this early Wednesday morning. It is August 20th, 2025, and I am coming on with some news from the world of television that broke within the past 24 hours. It involves the Nexstar Media Group, the largest owner of television stations in the United States, potentially getting bigger as they have agreed to merge with rival broadcast company Tegna Incorporated for $6.2 billion. This story is courtesy of Etan Vlessing of The Hollywood Reporter. So if you want more breaking radio and television news, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. And here is Etan's article from The Hollywood Reporter. The headline reads, Nexstar seals merger with Tegna in $6.2 billion TV media deal. Nexstar has been in talks with small rival Tegna to merge its local TV stations amid the continuing consolidation of the U.S. broadcast sector. Leading local TV station owner Nexstar Media Group and smaller rival Tegna have unveiled a definitive agreement for a merger. As part of the deal, Nexstar will acquire all outstanding shares of Tegna each for $22 in cash, which values the transaction at $6.2 billion, including debt. Tegna's board of directors has approved the merger, and the company's debt will refinance or close at the completion of the merger agreement. To complete the merger, Nexstar may have to go up against Sinclair Broadcast Group, which has also been looking at a deal for Tegna, which has 64 local TV stations in the U.S. market. Sinclair has reportedly offered to combine its TV stations with Tegna, while separate merger talks with Nexstar were ongoing. Nexstar, which already has around 200 owned or partnered TV stations, has financing in place from a consortium of Wall Street investment banks to finance the transaction. The merger deal, which requires regulatory approvals, is seen as a test for the FCC to loosen local TV station ownership rules as it gets set to rule on the Nexstar-Tegna agreement. Once completed, the merger will see Nexstar emerge with 265 local TV stations in 44 states and the District of Columbia, and 132 of the country's 210 television DMAs, or Nielsen's designated market areas. The combined company will have stations in 9 of the top 10 DMAs, 41 of the top 50, 62 of the top 75, and 82 of the top 100 DMAs, covering in total 80% of U.S. TV households. Nexstar Chairman and CEO Perry A. Sook, who is betting Brendan Carr's FCC will allow that market concentration, in a statement said of the merger agreement, quote, the initiatives being pursued by the Trump administration offer local broadcasters the opportunity to expand reach, level the playing field, and compete more effectively with the big tech and legacy big media companies that have unchecked reach and vast financial resources. We believe Tegna represents the best option for Nexstar to act on this opportunity, end quote. The Trump administration has made deregulation a top priority, and companies that own local TV stations, including Sinclair, Nexstar, Gray Television, EW Scripps, and Tegna, have eyed new mergers and acquisitions opportunities and possible industry consolidation. Nexstar's purchase price represents a 31% premium to Tegna's average 30-day average stock price on August 8th. Shares in Tegna has been rising as news of active merger talks with Nexstar went public in early August. The transaction will increase Nexstar's reach in key local TV station markets like Atlanta, Phoenix, Seattle, and Minneapolis, and is expected to generate around $300 million in annual cost savings for revenue synergies and expense reductions. The merger deal remains subject to FCC and DOJ approvals, including from Tegna shareholders, and is expected to close by mid-year 2026. Mike Steeb, CEO of Tegna, in his own statement said, quote, "We are thrilled to have found a partner in Nexstar that will enable Tegna stations to continue doing what we do best, creating outstanding and impactful local content coupled with the delivery of indispensable digital products to the communities we serve around the country." Nexstar and Tegna both share a rich heritage of commitment to journalistic excellence and technological advancements. Together, we will expand news coverage to serve more communities across more screens and ultimately secure the future of local news for generations to come. And that is again from Eton's Blessing of the Hollywood Reporter, which was updated yesterday, August 19th at 4:34 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Alright, so what this means is presently Nexstar owns 197 television stations across the country, which makes them the largest owner of local TV stations in the United States. While the smaller Tegna Incorporated, which is headquartered in the Washington, D.C. area, presently owns 68 stations in 54 markets. Nexstar, I think, owns about or has a presence in about 35 to 40% of U.S. households with the current stable of television stations that they own. After this deal is complete next year, Nexstar will by far be the largest television station owner in the country with 265 stations in 44 U.S. states, including the District of Columbia. Now, Nexstar has done this before. Back in 2017, they purchased the now defunct Tribune Corporation for about $4 billion, which made them the largest owner of TV stations in the country, surpassing Sinclair Broadcast Group. Now, with President Trump trying to deregulate television station ownerships across the country, this would be a major coup for Nexstar Media Group to acquire the 68 stations that Tegna presently owns. Because I think nationwide reach is capped, I think, at 39% with the regulations presently in place. And should President Trump get rid of those regulations, every major broadcast company can have a much larger reach across the country, just like Nexstar will if these regulations are lifted. So, what are your thoughts on Nexstar Media Group purchasing Tegna and becoming even bigger? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And before I forget, Nexstar Media Group also owns the cable channel News Nation, which used to be the WGN Superstation until News Nation took over that space in 2021. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments section about this merger between Nexstar and Tegna. And that's today's breaking news that I wanted to tell you about. I had just learned about this at about, 5:30, 6 o'clock last night? And this is rather big news, which will force a major shakeup in the television industry. So again, leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below, and I will read those. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. We're on the road to 100 subs. We are just about there. I think I'm about 5 or 6 away at last check. So yeah, it would most definitely help me if you subscribe to the channel. Coming up later on this afternoon, we'll shift gears and talk some college football, as 506sports.com has released the television schedule for week 0, which is coming up here on Saturday. So I will run through that schedule, which is going to be brief. That will be coming out later on today. So again, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me for this late breaking news involving Nexstar Media Group and Tegna. Peace out. Is this